Right, hello there everybody. Polymer Bob here. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? A few days ago, I made a video where I did a survey of 5 airlines that had received threatening letters from the communist government in China. Apparently, the communists were a little upset with how these airlines were referring to certain regions that the Chinese regarded as their own, mostly Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. Now, in that first video, uh, we learned that one of the 5 airlines that we surveyed was kowtowing to the communists, and the other 4 were not. So that was encouraging. We're going to summarize everything from both videos at the end so you don't have to bother keeping track right now. So we looked at 5 airlines on the first video. Now we're going to follow up with a survey of 10 other airlines, and we're going to see who is kowtowing to the communists and who is not. Now, Air Canada was in the news recently as having changed their designation of Taiwan. They were basically accused of kowtowing to the communists, and as it turns out, unfortunately, these accusations are correct. As you see down here, here's the Air Canada webpage. Kaohsiung International Airport, Kaohsiung, CN. CN is China. So the people at Air Canada changed their designation of Taiwan from being a separate entity to being part of China. So yes, they are unfortunately kowtowing to the communists. But let's take a look at some other airlines that we have set up here, and we'll get sort of a rough idea of how many airlines are bending to the will of the communists and how many are not. Now here we're going to take a look at Emirates Airlines from the United Arab Emirates. Down here you see Taipei TPE. There is no mention of China. See if I can pull this up here, and okay, there it is. Taipei TPE, there is absolutely no mention of China whatsoever. So we're going to list the Emirates as an airline that is not kowtowing to the communists. Now don't worry about keeping track. We're going to summarize everything at the end. Okay, Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines. Let's go ahead and see what we can learn here. Okay, there we go. Search by city. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, they don't do Kaohsiung. Taipei, Taiwan. Taiwan, Taoyuan International Airport, TPE. There was no mention of China at all. It is Taiwan as a separate entity. So Singapore Airlines is not kowtowing to the communists. All right, let's now take a look at our friends at Lufthansa. Okay, let's take a look here and see what we have. Let's go ahead, and here we are. Kaohsiung, let's see. Kaohsiung International, Taiwan, China. You see that right there? Taiwan, comma, China. So Lufthansa recently changed their designation. They now list Taiwan as being part of China. So unfortunately, Lufthansa is kowtowing to the communists. Okay, let's move along. And let's see Qatar Airways. Qatar Airways. See if I can get this to work here. It seems to be a little stubborn right now. So let's see. Here we are. Kaohsiung International Airport, KHH. No mention of China at all. So Qatar Airlines basically lists Taiwan as separate. So we'll call them one of the airlines that is not kowtowing to the communists. Okay. Air France. Okay, we don't have to do a lot with Air France. China is over here. Taiwan is over here. Separate entities, separate places. So Air France is not kowtowing to the communists. Moving along. Okay. Japan Airlines. Taipei, Taoyuan. They do not list Taiwan as part of China. They do list some major cities here. Okay, for instance, they list cities in China and they list cities in Hong Kong. They're actually considering Hong Kong separate. But anyway, Japan Airlines does not list Taiwan as part of China. No kowtow here. Move along. Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines. Let's type in. Type in. Okay. Here you see Taipei, Taiwan hyphen China. So you can see here that Malaysia Airlines does list Taiwan as part of China. Therefore, we can say that Malaysia Airlines is one of those airlines that is kowtowing to the communists. Okay, move along. We have Thai Airways. Let's go ahead and let's put in a designation. Kaohsiung, Taiwan. That's pretty definitive right there. There is no mention of China. Taiwan is listed as a separate entity, so we can say that Thai Airways is not kowtowing to the communists. Okay, and I think we have one more here. Korean Air. Okay, same thing. Taipei, Taiwan, Taoyuan, no mention of China. So Korean Air is not kowtowing to the communists. Now let's go ahead and summarize the results. I actually have a spreadsheet set up here where I have the results from both videos. Now from the previous video a few days back, I surveyed these 5 airlines. I found that Delta, American, United, and Qantas were not kowtowing to the communists. British Airways were. Now on today's video, we surveyed 10 airlines. We found 3 that are kowtowing and 11, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, excuse me, 7 that are not kowtowing to the communists. Added together, out of 15 airlines, 4 are kowtowing and 11 are not. The big problem here is, of course, that the list of 36 airlines that received the threatening letters from the Chinese government has not been made public. So I cannot do a complete and total survey here. All I can do is kind of like a sort of like just a rough survey of some of the better known airlines. That list is going to have to be made public before I can do much more. But anyway, it does seem to be somewhat encouraging that so far at least the majority of the better known airlines are not kowtowing to the communists. So I think there is yet hope for the world. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if the situation changes considerably, I will certainly do a follow-up. And that's about it. Have a wonderful day.